What if I told you that a 92-year-old woman just gained 3 pounds of muscle in 8 weeks? Not maintained, actually gained, and she did it without eating a single egg. I'm Dr. Thomas Reed, and that woman is one of my patients. Today, I'm revealing the exact foods she ate that outperformed eggs in building muscle at an age when most doctors say it's impossible. When we analyzed her blood markers, her muscle protein synthesis rates matched those of someone 30 years younger. The secret wasn't just protein. It was specific proteins with hidden properties that eggs simply don't have. If you're watching this, whether you're 50 or 90, this knowledge could add years of strength and independence to your life. Because what you're about to learn challenges everything we thought we knew about protein and aging. Right now, as you read this, your muscles are in a constant battle. Every second, they're either building up or breaking down. After age 30, the breakdown starts winning. By 60, it accelerates. By 90, most people have lost half their muscle mass. Here's the cruel irony. The older we get, the more protein we need, but the harder it becomes for our bodies to use it. It's like needing more fuel for your car, just as the engine becomes less efficient. Scientists call this anabolic resistance, and it's why your grandfather's diet won't work for maintaining muscle today. But, and this is crucial, we've discovered that certain proteins can actually bypass this resistance. They contain specific compounds that flip molecular switches eggs can't touch. One of these foods increases muscle protein synthesis by 50% more than eggs in people over 70. Which brings me to why eggs, despite being the gold standard for decades, might actually be holding you back. Don't get me wrong, eggs are nutritional powerhouses. 6 grams of perfect protein, all essential amino acids, highly bioavailable. Your grandmother was right about eating them. But here's what your grandmother didn't know. As we age, we need more than just complete protein. We need proteins that fight inflammation while building muscle. We need proteins that improve insulin sensitivity. We need proteins that come packaged with specific vitamins that amplify muscle synthesis. Eggs fall short in 3 critical areas for older adults. First, they lack the omega-3 content needed to combat muscle inflammation. Second, they don't provide vitamin D, which 80% of seniors are deficient in. Third, and most surprisingly, they don't contain enough leucine, the amino acid that acts like a key to unlock muscle growth in aging bodies. If building muscle after 70 is like starting a stubborn lawnmower, eggs give you a gentle pull. But the foods I'm about to show you are like using an electric starter, and the first one dissolves in water and works within 60 minutes. Meet whey protein, the substance that's helping 90-year-olds build muscle faster than 60-year-olds eating eggs. When researchers compared whey to egg protein in adults over 75, the results were so dramatic they repeated the study twice to confirm. The whey group gained double the muscle mass. Double. But here's the fascinating part. It wasn't just about the amount of protein, it was about speed. You see, as we age, we develop a narrowing anabolic window. Young muscles can use protein for hours after eating. Older muscles, they need a rapid spike in amino acids to trigger growth. Whey protein hits your bloodstream in 60 minutes. Eggs take 3 to 4 hours. By then, your aging muscles have missed their opportunity. But whey has another secret weapon, leucine, while eggs contain about 3 grams per serving, whey packs 5 grams. And here's why that matters. After 70, you need exactly 3 grams of leucine to flip that muscle-building switch. With eggs, you'd need to eat 5. With whey, just 1.5 scoops. The branched-chain amino acids, or BCAAs, in whey, leucine, isoleucine, and valine, work together like a 3-person rescue team. Leucine signals muscle growth, isoleucine increases glucose uptake for energy, and valine prevents muscle breakdown during exercise. Whey contains 25% BCA, as compared to eggs' 20%, and in more bioavailable forms. There's also the immunoglobulin content unique to whey. These antibodies don't just boost immunity, they reduce gut inflammation that impairs protein absorption in older adults. Studies show that regular whey consumption improves overall protein utilization from all food sources by 15%. The glycomacropeptide in whey does something remarkable. It stimulates CCK, a hormone that not only increases satiety, but also improves insulin sensitivity. Better insulin sensitivity means more amino acids enter muscle cells rather than being converted to fat. My 92-year-old patient starts every morning with a whey smoothie, but it's what she adds to it that amplifies its power: frozen berries and a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. The antioxidants in berries protect amino acids during absorption, while cinnamon improves insulin sensitivity, ensuring more protein reaches your muscles. For best results, choose whey protein isolate if you're lactose sensitive, or concentrate if you tolerate dairy well. The concentrate actually contains more beneficial immunoglobulins. Mix with cold liquid to preserve the delicate protein structures and consume within 30 minutes of preparation to prevent oxidation. Now, if whey works in 60 minutes, imagine a protein that keeps working for 8 hours while you sleep. This is where cottage cheese becomes your secret weapon. While you're sleeping, your muscles are cannibalizing themselves for fuel. It's called overnight catabolism, and it accelerates dramatically with age. By morning, you've lost muscle mass you'll never get back, unless you eat cottage cheese before bed. Here's what happens. Cottage cheese is almost pure casein protein, which forms a gel in your stomach. This gel releases amino acids drop by drop, hour by hour, all night long. Researchers gave older adults cottage cheese before bed and watched something remarkable. Their muscles kept building even during sleep. But the magic goes deeper. Casein protein contains bioactive peptides that lower blood pressure and improve sleep quality. Better sleep means higher growth hormone release, which directly stimulates muscle growth. It's a cascade effect. Better protein leads to better sleep, which leads to better muscle synthesis. Cottage cheese offers something even more valuable for aging bodies. It's the richest dietary source of selenium. Why should you care? Because selenium deficiency, which affects 60% of people over 70, directly causes muscle weakness. 1 cup of cottage cheese provides enough selenium to restore muscle strength within weeks. The calcium content, 14% of daily needs per cup, works synergistically with the protein. Calcium doesn't just build bones. It's essential for muscle contraction. Low calcium means weak muscle contractions regardless of muscle size. Studies show that the calcium-protein combination in cottage cheese improves functional strength by 25% more than protein alone. There's also the B12 factor. Cottage cheese provides 38% of daily B12 needs. This is crucial because B12 deficiency affects 40% of adults over 60 and directly impairs protein synthesis. Your muscles literally can't use protein efficiently without adequate B12. The phosphorus in cottage cheese, 30% of daily needs, is essential for ATP production, the energy currency of muscle cells. As we age, ATP production naturally declines. The phosphorus in cottage cheese helps maintain energy production, allowing muscles to work harder and recover faster. The texture is genius for aging adults too. No chewing required, no cooking needed. It is easy to digest even with reduced stomach acid. The sodium content, while concerning for some, actually helps with hydration and nutrient transport in older adults who often have low blood pressure. Mix cottage cheese with ground flax for omega-3s, crushed walnuts for arginine, and a dash of vanilla extract for flavor. Some of my patients blend it smooth with a small amount of honey and freeze it for 30 minutes. It becomes like ice cream, but builds muscle while you sleep. For those watching sodium, rinse cottage cheese in a fine mesh strainer. You'll lose minimal protein but reduce sodium by 40%. Add back flavor with herbs, pepper, or nutritional yeast for a B vitamin boost. My patients who eat cottage cheese before bed report something unexpected. They wake up feeling stronger, less stiff, and more energized. That's the overnight protein synthesis. combined with improved sleep quality at work. Speaking of unexpected, wait until you hear about the fish that contains a molecule that makes your muscles younger. Salmon doesn't just feed your muscles, it renovates them at the cellular level. And I'm not talking about the protein, though 22 grams per serving certainly helps. I'm talking about something that eggs could never provide: omega-3 fatty acids that actually reverse age-related muscle damage. Here's what happens in aging muscles. Chronic inflammation slowly destroys them from within. It's like rust on a car engine. Eggs can't stop this rust, but the EPA and DHA in salmon are like WD-40 for your muscles. When researchers gave older adults omega-3s, equivalent to eating salmon 3 times weekly, something unprecedented happened. Without changing exercise or other proteins, participants gained 6% more muscle mass. But here's the kicker. Their muscles became more sensitive to all protein, not just from salmon. The omega-3s had reversed their anabolic resistance. The mechanism is fascinating. Omega-3s incorporate into muscle cell membranes, making them more fluid and responsive to growth signals. They also activate mTOR, the master regulator of muscle protein synthesis, while simultaneously reducing inflammatory markers like TNF-alpha and IL-6 that trigger muscle breakdown. Then there's the vitamin D. Wild salmon contains up to 1,000 IU per serving. Eggs have virtually none. And vitamin D doesn't just help absorb calcium, it directly activates muscle protein synthesis through vitamin D receptors on muscle cells. Studies show that correcting vitamin D deficiency alone can increase muscle strength by 20% in older adults. But my favorite part about salmon is the pink color. That's astaxanthin, an antioxidant that specifically protects muscle mitochondria, your cellular power plants. As we age, these power plants shut down one by one. Astaxanthin keeps them running, which is why salmon eaters report less fatigue during exercise. Astaxanthin is 6,000 times more powerful than vitamin C at neutralizing singlet oxygen, the specific free radical that damages muscle tissue during exercise. It also crosses cell membranes, protecting muscles from both inside and outside. Studies show that astaxanthin supplementation improves muscle endurance by 40% in older adults. The selenium in salmon, 40% of daily needs, works with vitamin E to form glutathione peroxidase, your body's master antioxidant enzyme. This enzyme specifically protects muscles from oxidative damage during and after exercise. Don't overlook the creatine content. While not as high as red meat, salmon provides about 1 gram of creatine per serving. Creatine directly increases muscle strength and power, with studies showing 5% to 15% strength gains in older adults who increase creatine intake. The key is choosing wild-caught Alaskan salmon. Farmed salmon has half the omega-3s, almost no vitamin D, and contains artificial colorants instead of natural astaxanthin. Yes, wild salmon costs more, but compared to the cost of losing your independence, it's the bargain of the century. Preparation matters too. Baking or poaching preserves omega-3s better than grilling or frying. The high heat of grilling can oxidize the delicate fats, reducing their benefits by up to 50%. Add lemon juice, not just for flavor. The vitamin C protects omega-3s from oxidation and improves iron absorption from the salmon. For those who want an alternative, canned wild salmon offers similar benefits at a fraction of the cost. The bones in canned salmon are soft and edible, providing additional calcium. Mix canned salmon with Greek yogurt and herbs for a double protein meal that is highly cost-effective. Now, what if you could get similar benefits from something that costs pennies and never spoils? Hemp seeds might be the most underrated protein source on the planet. 3 tablespoons, that's all it takes, provide 10 grams of complete protein that your aging body actually prefers over eggs. Here's why. The protein in hemp seeds is called edestin, and it's almost identical to the proteins in your blood plasma. Your body recognizes it immediately. No conversion needed. No digestive stress. It's like speaking your muscles' native language. But the real magic is in the fatty acid profile. Hemp seeds contain the perfect 3-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 that reduces inflammation while building muscle. Eggs, which are often 20-to-1, can actually promote inflammation for aging bodies already fighting chronic inflammation. This difference is crucial. The gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA, in hemp seeds is particularly special. GLA converts to DGLA in your body, which has powerful anti-inflammatory effects specifically in muscle tissue. Studies show that GLA supplementation reduces muscle soreness by 40% and improves recovery time in older adults. Then there's the arginine content. Hemp seeds contain more arginine per serving than many other protein sources. Arginine dilates blood vessels, improving nutrient delivery to muscles. As we age, our circulation weakens, starving muscles of nutrients. Arginine reverses this. Studies show it can improve exercise capacity in older adults by 20%. But arginine does something else. It stimulates growth hormone release. Growth hormone declines by 50% between ages 40 and 70, contributing to muscle loss. The arginine in hemp seeds can increase growth hormone release, especially when consumed before bed or after exercise. The magnesium in hemp seeds deserves special attention. 3 tablespoons provide 50% of your daily needs. Magnesium deficiency, affecting up to 80% of seniors, directly causes muscle weakness, cramps, and poor recovery. Magnesium is also essential for converting vitamin D to its active form, so that salmon you're eating works better with hemp seeds. Hemp seeds also provide significant amounts of iron, zinc, and phosphorus. This mineral trio is essential for oxygen transport, protein synthesis, and energy production in muscles. The plant-based iron is better absorbed when hemp seeds are consumed with vitamin C-rich foods. The chlorophyll content in hemp seeds, what gives them their green tinge, has unexpected benefits. Chlorophyll improves oxygen transport in blood and has been shown to reduce fatigue during exercise. It also helps detoxify metabolic waste products that accumulate in aging muscles. Don't overlook the fiber, 1 gram per tablespoon. This soluble fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, which reduce systemic inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity. Better insulin sensitivity means more efficient protein utilization. My patients love hemp seeds because they require zero preparation. Sprinkle them on anything: yogurt, oatmeal, salad, or eat them straight from the bag. They taste like mild sunflower seeds with a slightly nutty flavor. No cooking or refrigeration needed. Store hemp seeds in an airtight container in a cool, dark place. Buy them in smaller quantities and use within 3 to 4 months for maximum nutritional benefit. One warning: start with 1 tablespoon and increase gradually over a week. The fiber and fat content can cause digestive adjustment. Once adapted, you'll have a portable protein that builds muscle while reducing inflammation. Let's talk about another inflammation fighter that happens to pack more protein than beef. Greek yogurt isn't just protein, it's a muscle-building ecosystem. 1 cup contains up to 25 grams of protein, but that's just the beginning of the story. The real power lies in the trillions of probiotics that transform how your entire body uses protein. Recent research studied centenarians, people over 100, who maintained unusual muscle mass for their age. The common factor was daily consumption of fermented dairy. The probiotics weren't just helping digestion, they were reducing systemic inflammation that destroys aging muscle. Here's the deeper science. Specific strains in Greek yogurt, particularly Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus, produce enzymes that break down protein into bioactive peptides. These peptides have been shown to increase muscle protein synthesis by 20% independent of the protein content itself. The gut-muscle axis is revolutionary for aging adults. Bad gut bacteria produce lipopolysaccharides, or LPS, that trigger muscle breakdown through inflammatory pathways. Greek yogurt's probiotics crowd out these harmful bacteria while producing compounds like butyrate that actively protect muscle. It's like having a security team in your intestines protecting your biceps. But there's more. Greek yogurt probiotics increase the production of vitamin K2, a nutrient absent in regular yogurt and eggs. K2 doesn't just direct calcium to bones. It activates proteins that improve insulin sensitivity and muscle function. Studies show that K2 levels correlate directly with muscle mass in older adults. The fermentation process pre-digests the proteins, breaking them into smaller peptides that are incredibly easy to absorb. This matters because stomach acid production drops by 40% after age 70. Regular yogurt and eggs require strong acid to break down, whereas Greek yogurt arrives pre-broken and ready for immediate absorption. Greek yogurt contains both whey and casein proteins in a 20:80 ratio. The whey provides immediate amino acids for post-meal muscle synthesis, while the casein ensures sustained release for hours. It's like getting the benefits of both protein powder and cottage cheese in one food. The calcium content, 20% of daily needs per cup, directly supports muscle contraction. But Greek yogurt's calcium is more bioavailable than supplement forms because it comes packaged with protein. The B vitamin profile is exceptional. Greek yogurt provides significant amounts of B12, riboflavin, and pantothenic acid. These B vitamins are essential for converting protein into muscle tissue and producing ATP for muscle energy. Choose full-fat Greek yogurt for several reasons. The fat helps absorb vitamins D, K, and A, all crucial for muscle health. The conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, in dairy fat has been shown to preserve muscle mass during aging. Plus, the additional calories help prevent the muscle loss that comes from undereating, a common problem in older adults who lose their appetite. The iodine in Greek yogurt, often overlooked, supports thyroid function. Thyroid hormones directly regulate muscle protein synthesis. Low thyroid function, common in aging, accelerates muscle loss. 1 cup of Greek yogurt provides 50% of daily iodine needs. Mix your Greek yogurt with ground flax for omega-3s, walnuts for arginine, and berries for antioxidants. Add a teaspoon of raw honey. Its enzymes further improve protein digestion, and its prebiotics feed the beneficial bacteria. You've just created a muscle-building meal that tastes like dessert but works like medicine. For lactose-intolerant individuals, Greek yogurt is often tolerable because the fermentation process breaks down most lactose. Start with small amounts and choose brands with live cultures for maximum lactose breakdown. Now, what about plant proteins that everyone says aren't complete? I'm about to destroy that myth. Lentils are proof that building muscle doesn't require a fortune or animal products. 1 cup costs very little and provides 18 grams of protein, but it's what comes with that protein that makes lentils extraordinary for aging muscles. First, the fiber, 16 grams per cup, both soluble and insoluble. But wait, you might say, what does fiber have to do with muscle? Everything. New research reveals the gut-muscle axis, where intestinal bacteria directly influence muscle growth. The fiber in lentils feeds bacteria that produce butyrate, a compound that reduces muscle inflammation and improves insulin sensitivity. The resistant starch in lentils acts like fiber, increasing satiety, stabilizing blood sugar, and increasing the thermic effect of protein. This means your body burns more calories digesting lentil protein, preventing the fat gain that often accompanies muscle-building diets in older adults. This is why vegetarian populations in certain regions maintain muscle mass into their 90s, despite eating less total protein. Their plant proteins come packaged with prebiotics that amplify muscle synthesis efficiency. Lentils provide up to 90% of your daily folate needs, the highest of any food. Folate deficiency, affecting 30% of older adults, directly impairs protein synthesis at the DNA level. Your muscles literally can't build new proteins without adequate folate. Studies show that correcting folate deficiency improves muscle strength within weeks. The iron in lentils, 37% of daily needs, deserves special attention. Iron doesn't just support blood health. It's essential for myoglobin production in muscles. Myoglobin stores oxygen in muscle tissue, allowing for sustained contractions. As we age, iron absorption decreases. The vitamin C you add to lentils from tomatoes, bell peppers, or lemon juice can significantly increase iron absorption. Lentils also contain more potassium than bananas. Potassium is crucial for muscle contraction and preventing cramps. It also helps maintain muscle mass by reducing calcium loss through urine. Studies show that increasing potassium intake can improve muscle strength in older adults with low levels. The polyphenol content in lentils, particularly in red and black varieties, has powerful anti-inflammatory effects. These polyphenols reduce C-reactive protein and IL-6, inflammatory markers that directly trigger muscle breakdown and aging. The lysine content in lentils is exceptional for a plant protein at 1.3 grams per cup. Lysine is often the limiting amino acid in plant-based diets. It is essential for calcium absorption, collagen formation, and muscle repair.